Hello water signs, welcome back to my channel. This is another pick a card for as a collective read for the water signs Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile 1 is the Auralite, pile 2 is Turquoise, and pile 3 is a Rose Quartz. And I'm also shuffling on camera for the drawings of the cards, and you can always bypass this also because the timestamps are usually listed below. What do we have for pile 1? What messages do we have for group 1 for the water signs? Please and thank you. Alright. Oh yeah. Felt like there was 2 in there. Pile 2, please. Thank you. One more for pile 2 here. That wanted to flip over, so it flipped over, then it flipped back over like really fast. Now we've got pile 3. 2 cards for pile 3, please. Alright, well, that's coming out for you. Oh, today is the new moon, August 8th. These messages are timeless also, of course. So, regardless of your sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign, if the title caught your eye, that is fine as well. But today is August 8th, and the Lionsgate portal is opening. Do some research if you're not sure what I'm talking about on that note. 8/8. So we're in the 8th day of the 8th month, right? Always a significant thing of 8/8 every year. And 12/12, I believe, also. And then on top of it, we have the new moon, and there could be some stuff going retrograde also in astrology. So, what do we have for pile 1 here? We have 2. Okay. And pile 2, please, and thank you. So the energy has been pretty crazy. I came down with what I'm calling is the Ascension flu. I was running a fever. I thought I wasn't, but I took Tylenol, and then I started sweating profusely about an hour after I took the Tylenol. So I was like, oh, wow. And then my honey breaks out the thermometer a little while later, and he's like, yeah, you've got a low-grade fever, 99 point something, which is no big deal, okay? And I was down for 24 hours, maybe a day and a half, and now I feel fine now. So I know it wasn't anything else related, you know, like COVID or anything. But if you're feeling very fatigued, or if you're feeling super energetic, like you had 5 cups of coffee, it's all in the same. It's the energy from that Lionsgate portal. It's been here since about the 24th or the 26th of July, and it'll be here until around August 12th, I do believe. Not to mention the moon, the new moon energy also, which the new moon is very good for setting intentions and planting seeds for manifestation, okay? Water sign, pile 1. Pile 1, pile 1, pile 1. Water sign, please. Alright. Sometimes they do flip over and I do see them. Sometimes, if I pre-shuffle on camera, I'll pre-shuffle and ask for a general energy, like what the gist of the energy is. It's better for me if I'm doing personal reads one-on-one with people. And if you're actually in front of me, I've come to realize that it's way easier to read you, or if I'm online with you, or on Zoom, or Messenger or something. Thank you. Quite a few different cards to choose from here. Different decks I'm going for. Alright, this is pile 1. Pile 2, please. Thank you. And pile 3. Alright, nothing else there to see, folks. So, straighten these up a little bitsies here. Just trying to fill out the next move, the next deck. Also, the chakra healing and alignment has been coming up pretty hardcore for those of you I've done personal reads for. So don't be surprised if it comes up in these also. I'm just putting that out there because it is very important. We might be dealing with thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are tied to past things, but if you're not putting in the work, like I have suggested, excuse me, positive affirmations or eating, you know, like say for instance you want to work on your sacral and you want to eat orange fruits and veggies because the sacral chakra is orange. If you're not putting in that work or saying the affirmations or trying to meditate on it, then your shit's not gonna heal. It makes it that much harder to release stuff, okay? Just saying here. What do we got for pile 1? For water signs. I might have called you air sign a while ago, sorry. Oh, okay. And I just have to go, as soon as I'm saying that, it's talking, this card came out, clearing. Clearing, cleansing, cleaning your 7 main energy centers. Another one for pile 2, please, since pile 1 got 2. I have to go even here. Thank you. And 2 more for pile 3, please, and thank you. You guys got to know that good things are coming, though. Things are going to get better, and if you're still stuck in these negative mindsets and negative thinking, negative ways, it really... You really need to try. I mean, if you're watching this, you're trying, right? You're trying to cleanse, clear, clean, heal yourself, or you're curious about the spiritual side of things. And I was just trying to shuffle those, so we're going to... Alright, last deck here. Pile 1, please. What does pile 1 need to surrender to? Thank you. What does pile 2 need to surrender to? And also I'm going to stop really quick and light my little candle over here. This is for positive messages to serve your highest truth and good only, okay? I do not work with anything dark, and I do not allow anything dark to come in this way either. All right. And sporadically, I may pull more cards out sporadically throughout the read from other things. I just never know. Never know how things are going to freaking go. All right. I shall be back with pile 1. And I'm going to start off with reading the book meaning of each pile, too, with these crystal cards, okay? All right. So, pile 1, those who picked Auralite. I'm going to read you the book meaning, and I will probably forget what the book meaning means as I start channeling more info into the read. So ask your guides or your angel team or your universe, God, whomever you work with, to clear your mind, help clear your mind. Ask your higher self to help see through your third eye chakra and use your intuition to pick up and remember and see the signs, messages, guidance, validation, clarity that you need at this time. Also, you can be drawn to more than one pile. I forgot to say that at the beginning. You can be drawn to more than one pile. And if this one doesn't resonate after the first few moments, then pick another pile. And if none of them resonate, check out the other pick of cards. But I'm sure one will. And I'm just going to cleanse the area really quick before we get started. Cleansing, clearing out any residual negative energy. Where's that going? It's going over into the corner of my room. But anyways, using Palo Santo. Sometimes I use sage. All right. Asking for messages for pile 1 that serve their highest truth and good. Please remember, I am just the messenger. I say what needs to be heard, not what you want to hear, okay? Essential meaning of Auralite is mindfulness, meditation on the present. To be mindful is to be aware of the now rather than distracted by the past or future and any thoughts of oughts, shoulds, and might haves. Your quest for healing requires discovering what you are truly thinking and feeling when you are not distracting yourself. Auralite Spirit calls you to be mindful of your needs right now, for this may be a time to let tears flow or laughter arise, to recognize something so subtle that you previously missed it, or to understand that you are so much more than what you can accomplish or produce. And be here in this moment fully present and accepting of what is. Make the time to meditate today and simply observe what you know and feel without starting to talk to yourself out of it and into something else. No matter how hard this moment may seem, simply by observing it, you will change it. Excuse me. And I'm feeling drawn to read the relationship message also. So I'm going to read that real quick also. Are you mindful of what is going on right now in your relationship? Its qualities and patterns? Auralite Spirit wants you to observe what is working so you can build upon it, and to see what is not working so you can begin to address it. Be fully present in your relationship today. Meditate, and then as you interact with those you love, pay attention, observing without judgment, noticing what is happening without spinning a story of shoulds and ought to haves. Open your eyes that you might deepen your love and connection. For now, your ability to be present and free of distraction is very strong. And I'm feeling like I'm gonna bookmark the, because I feel like I'm gonna have to refer back to that here in a little bit. So, all right. So basically, the main message was about being in the present moment awareness and being receptive to the here and now, right? There is some sort of little chimer that keeps going off in here. So if you hear that, well, I apologize. I can't do a damn thing about it because I don't know where the hell it's coming from. Okay. Let's see what we got for pile 1. Ooh, reflect and redirect your energy. Reflect and redirect your energy. Maybe changing, going towards a new path. Feeling like you're at an impasse, and maybe that's the relationship. Somebody here is feeling at an impasse in a relationship, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be, with a friend or family member or coworker. Put it where it resonates, where it works for you. Reflect and redirect your energy. And in the book, it was asking you to just sit back and observe for a little bit. Maybe replaying conversations in your head also. You're replaying them on a note of what you thought they were trying to say, what you thought they were implying. But you need to go back and turn it around maybe and put yourself in their shoes to see, because we all see things differently. We don't all think the same way. And I have learned that. It was a hard thing to learn. It's a hard pill to swallow, that we're not always right. we can't control everything and everything should be like this, this, and this, and we should do it that way, and they're doing it the wrong way. I'm getting off subject here, but seeing from a different perspective. And you can ask your higher self. If you feel like you can't concentrate long enough, you can ask your higher self or your spirit team, your guides, your angels, your ancestors, any passed on loved ones that walk in the highest truth and the white light, the Christ light, okay? Make sure you state that when you're actively reaching out to those, okay? Let's get on here. Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. Successful business ventures I'm feeling here. Melting mask. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. Letting your authentic self show. You may be feeling like you're having to be a certain person at work with a certain personality, a certain person around your family, not the family like you live in the house with, like husbands, wives, daughters, kids, whatever, but your extended family, the one that goes further out, maybe grandparents, parents, that sort of thing, or anywhere really. At school, at work. I always noticed that I was a different person around people like that as well. Like, because my family conditioned me to think a certain way about myself. Previous bosses I had conditioned me to think a certain way about myself. School, teachers, principals, counselors, that sort of thing conditioned me to think a certain way about myself. Do you see where I'm going with that? Accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Maybe the mask is melting and you're finally realizing you've been carrying around this basket of rocks, these burdens, and you've been seeing it all wrong, and you're finally realizing that you are the one that needs to take accountability. All right, pile one, I'm feeling like also releasing self-judgment and not holding yourself accountable for situations that were out of your control, that you feel like you had a hand in, but you had no hand in it, okay? It was not your fault. Allowing your spirit self to shine through your authentic self. What's this angel message? Choices. Make the best choices. I'm seeing a path again here. You've got two paths here. Just knowing that you are on the right path. I feel like you need to hear that. You're on the right path. Crown chakra could be expanding. You are protected though. Your kids are protected as well. Whew. I see this little squirrel here. Maybe you've seen a lot of squirrels. You might want to look up the spiritual meaning of a squirrel, okay? Mushrooms. For those of you who are holding yourself accountable for instances that you could not help, that were out of your control, you need to reflect and redirect your energy on that. Your success is going to come from finally releasing yourself of these burdens. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Raising your self-esteem, self-care, self-love, self-respect, self-acceptance. Most importantly, self-acceptance. Clearing. As true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine, mine, mine to God's, God's, God's. Such freedom. Also, this make the best choices and reflect and redirect your energy. I feel like there's some areas like what we were saying earlier about conflict or maybe conversations that were had, and seeing yourself in that person's, seeing from their perspective or an outside perspective. Just choosing your battles wisely, because there are things that are really petty to get angry about and to argue and waste your precious fucking energy on, okay? So making the best choice and reflecting and redirecting your energy and not letting things bother you as much, pile 1. You could be doing that already. You could be working on it hardcore. And this is just validation that you're right where you need to be. And you're doing it. And it's going to work. And there are a lot of butterflies on this card. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Exactly. You are going through a transformation right now, and you're learning to not listen to your ego. You may be having arguments with yourself as well. You may be having arguments with yourself. The ego is what tells us we can't do that. We're crazy for thinking it. Oh, you should be scared of this. You should be scared of that. I think maybe you're finally taking accountability and realizing that it's your ego talking, and that your spirit self is shining through. Ooh, nice. You're realizing you are your own queen. You don't need outside influences to validate your feelings for you to have self-esteem. You don't need outside influences to make you feel better about yourself. You don't need compliments. You don't need the butt ton of makeup and the hair extensions and the eyelash extensions and the name brand clothing and the name brand shoes or whatever. It's how you feel about yourself from the inside out. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. So this is just warning you. Spirit's giving you a heads up about the people you're dealing with or you've been dealing with. Even if the thought of going and being around them drains you and makes you dread the day, you probably shouldn't be around those people. Excuse me. If the person you are needing to reflect and redirect your energy with causes you, maybe you're not arguing with them, but you're just listening to them and just hearing their negative comments or negative thoughts or whatever it may be. If you are feeling physically drained or uncomfortable, it is time for you to remove yourself from that situation, pile 1, okay? So we're going to get a fairy message and a moon message in here. That came out fast. Ooh. What do the fairies have to say? New beginnings are coming. There's expansiveness here. All the butterflies are signifying transformation, metamorphosis. We have melting mask right here also. This fairy godmother heralds the joyous news of a new baby or the birth of a cherished idea. Protect and nurture your ideas as you would a baby. Maybe keeping things to yourself for the time being, pile 1. Not really diverging your ideas to outsiders. Just keeping it to yourself for a little while until you get the hang and the gist of things, okay? But for some of you, don't freak out. It's either the news of a new baby or a good idea, okay? Just saying there. And let's do the moon messages since it's a new moon. Moon messages for pile 1. Oh, and I'm just informed to do spirit messages also. Okay. All right, you got 2. You got dos. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. It is a new moon tonight, but I think it's in Leo, but still it says new moon, right? A time to give rather than take. And your commitment is being tested. Give me a moment here to fill that out. I feel like a time to give rather than to take is actually a time to give to yourself. To put time to the side for yourself. Because we've got the card about listen to your body's messages. And whenever I first read that, I feel like your body is telling you, you know, you're tired. You need to rest. But you feel like you have to keep going and working and doing. But you don't, okay? You really need to rest at this time. If you feel tired, power nap, if it's possible. It is really, really needed now. Especially with this crazy energy down here. Your commitment is being tested. I'm going to read the book meaning on that one. Hello, fly. Moonology. Where are you? Yeah, you guys are exhausted. I can't even think right now. And I had like a 2-hour nap earlier. I shouldn't be tired at all. And I'm starting to get to where I can't even think straight. First quarter moon. Page 28. Alright, so I'm going to read the additional meanings for this card. The answer to your question is yes, but not yet. It could mean you are halfway to your goal, and you still need to put in a bit more effort. Sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something. You need to recommit to someone or something. You need to recommit to someone or something. I'm surprised that present moment awareness hasn't popped back up in here. Let me go back to the book meaning. No, I don't feel like there's anything there. I don't feel like there's anything else there. So, there could be some challenges coming your way, but they're just the universe's way of testing you. The first quarter moon calls for you to face any hurdles with confidence. Boost your self-esteem, pile 1. What do you actually think is possible? If you believe you can do it, then you probably can. If you spend your life affirming that something is too big for you to surmount it, probably is. See how it works? Do you believe your dreams will come true, or have you secretly already given up? Showing some commitment now will help you move towards your desired outcome. What you believe to be true is true for you, so believe in yourself. Success will expand in your life for this, and reflecting and redirecting your energy back towards what you were originally wanting to do with your life. You got this, pile 1, okay? It's a process. Healing is a process. Don't give up on yourself just yet. Don't throw in the towel. Ask that spirit team for help. Until next time, love and light. Hello, pile 2, for those of you who picked turquoise. It doesn't really look like the turquoise that I see. But anyways, this card is storytelling, reframing a different way of perceiving. Each of us can experience the same event differently because all of us are coming from different vantage points. Know to that as you change, so will your perspective, and the message Turquoise Spirit has for you is that you can change your story of what happened in the past at any time. You can choose which details to focus on and how to interpret events, for you are being encouraged to claim your power as a storyteller. Make no mistake, storytelling is an awesome power, for no one can take your truth away from you, but you may discover that it has more angles than you realized. Just as a crystal turned over in your hand has more facets than apparent at first glance. What story will you tell? Will it be one that of heroic and empowering, worthy of your hard work and efforts to heal what is wounded within you? Rest assured that you can be honest about all that you have experienced, and done, yet still write a story that will help you feel that you are strong, wise, and supported by the conscious universe. The truth we all share is complicated, and the way you tell your truth is up to you. So Turquoise Spirit encourages you to write your story well, in a way that honors, empowers, and heals you and gives you strength even if others may not seem to accept your truth. Telling it anyway, for doing so, is a healing act. Also, the prosperity message says, we have many stories about our relationship to money, but too many are old tales that we didn't even write. We only inherited them. Turquoise Spirit has appeared to remind you that you are supported in writing a very different story of prosperity. You can leave the old one behind if no longer helps you to experience the affluence you want for yourself. Now is the time to begin that new storytelling. Consider all you learned, give yourself credit for the wisdom you have acquired, and begin replacing any stories of scarcity. That's this lack of abundance, poverty consciousness, poverty thinking. And the majority of us have been conditioned with that sense, that there's never enough money, there's not enough time. You've got to do good in school, you've got to go to college, you've got to get a good job. You don't. It's all bullshit. It's all shit conformed to make you believe and stay in the matrix. Or the 3D reality. Okay, I'm going to take this and tuck it in the book in case I need to refer back to that for us. Alright, pile 2. What have we got going here for you? You can overcome anything. Overcoming obstacles. My lighting in here is kind of bad. I'm just now noticing this. Let's see if this will change. It's only right in my face, kind of. Maybe not. Okay. Carry on, Sarah. Wise leader, you are a beacon for others. What was the book meaning saying a while ago? Writing your story, right? Yeah, it was. We have many stories about our relationship. Yep. Anyways, wise leader, pile 2. You are a beacon. You are here. Yeah. If you thought, oh, I could write a book about my life, you damn sure could. And you probably will, honestly. You might have been put here to do just that. To write a book so other people who have gone through the same thing, you're a beacon for others. You're going to help them heal. And it doesn't even have to be you actually writing your story. You could be moved to tell your story, to be more open about your story. I know I have been here lately. All right, excuse me. I keep having to pause it to clear my throat. This poverty consciousness, this fear base around income, around money, the universe has your back, okay? Your ancestors have your back. Walking in faith. Assistance with access. It is necessary to ask for and accept help in order to receive it. Also, your spirit team. It's a friendly reminder that, we have to ask for help from our spirit team. They don't just dive in where necessary. Also, accepting help from others. If there's family members or friends who are in a position to want to help you with your financial concerns, accept their help. I mean, that's what they're there for. That's why they're offering. If they weren't serious about it, they're not taking pity on you, okay? This is how the universe works, through people and objects and things, okay? If you don't take their help, then you're passing up the universe's help, basically. She's holding a big ass key here. And I feel like it's a key, you are holding the key to unlock these fears, worries, and concerns in yourself. Pile 2. Let's see what this next card is. Radical curiosity, seeing as if for the first time, every time, healing that inner child, but also letting your inner child come out and play. And trying to see through the eyes with childlike wonder, seeing the situation as you would if you were a child. Think back to that perception. And if you have a hard time doing this, just ask your inner child to come out and play. Face your fears, release the power of fear. Oh my gosh, and we were talking about fear about money, right? Face these fears and release them. Your ego has a thick hold of you. Man, that card is pretty. There's a lot of blues in it. Yeah, this is just telling me that you were think back to how your parents perceived money. They might have argued a lot about money. Couldn't do a lot of things because there just wasn't the money. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. But we can't blame them, right? If we do realize they conditioned us to be like this and be so scared of certain things, and maybe the fear isn't based around income, maybe it's something else. Fear of succeeding. Just put it in your position. But realizing that you just have to remember that your parents had their own unresolved childhood trauma that they didn't know how to freaking deal with. And it was a generational thing. You don't have to live that way anymore, though. You don't have to live in that way of thinking. Allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. You've got radical curiosity, and then this card says radical acceptance. Radical acceptance of yourself. If you do want to go out and act like a big kid and your inner child comes out quite a bit and you find yourself saying, I'm sorry, yeah, I act like a kid. It's okay. It's cool. It's a good thing. It is a good thing, pile 2. And having radical acceptance for yourself. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment. So what's needed can come next. Maybe you're needing to say yes more. Yes. Saying yes to those reaching out to want to help you. And maybe you're needing, like, your parents are in a way to help you, but you just don't want to ask them for anything. But this says it is necessary to ask for and accept help. It doesn't even have to be your parents. It could be your grandparents, to put it in your situation. Flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Go with the flow. Saying yes in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. If you just open up and allow. For some of you, things you might need to let things just be and just go with the flow and allow. Just trying to see if I see anything else here. Surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Allowing yourself to go with the flow and facing. Usually whenever we go at something and we have a reaction of anger over every little thing, there's some sort of fear that's stemming from and that's triggering that anger, okay? Surrender frustrations. You may be having some frustrations in yourself for not being able to allow and go with the flow, not being frustrated and not being able to be open and asking for help. You're going to overcome these obstacles though, because the cards say it. You've got to start believing though, pile 2. You've got to start believing in yourself. Stop blaming yourself for things. Oh, I don't want to ask my parents for this. I mean, it's my fault. I put myself in this situation. Yada, yada. Stop blaming yourself, pile 2, okay? Let's see what the fairies have for you. Wisdom. They want to give you some wisdom. Have you ever been told that you are wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. You can be wise beyond your years, and you can also have that inner child come out quite a bit also, okay? I myself, my inner child, runs rampant. Immature, okay? I've been very mature in past times. But on the same point, I'm very open. I'm very intuitive. I am psychic. There, I said it. I'm open to receiving all the inner info that I have accumulated through past lives. So it is very possible to be wise beyond your years, but also to play around like a child, okay? That is possible. We all have an inner child that comes out and plays. And we all have inner knowing and inner wisdoms from past lives. Gonna see what the moon message is. All these women, though, I'm noticing are by themselves, right? Okay, just know this, pile 2. You are never alone. Your spirit team is always around you. I feel like you're alone even if you have a significant other and, you know, kids around you. But you may still be very alone because you're blaming yourself for something. You need to release that power of fear. Pile 2 moon message. Well, that's trying to come out, so we'll go with that one. One more is in here. One more moon message. I saw that. Prosperity lies ahead. All right, you just need to get over this one bump in the road. Ask for help, accept that help, get comfortable in your situation where you need to be. Pay that bill, get the car fixed, whatever's going on. Pay that speeding ticket. I don't give a shit what it is, but whatever you're worrying about, the lack of income and whatever bill is due, accept that help. And then just allow and go with the flow after. You'll feel a lot better after it's taken care of, right? So then put yourself in a position of allowing and going with the flow, because you've got prosperity lying ahead. Think good thoughts. Think positive thoughts. Communication is key. The word key has come out a few times, and there's an actual key here. So you might have found a key, a random key somewhere on the ground, sidewalk, next to your car, in your car. I don't know, but key is significant here. Communication, being open with those around you. You're getting a spirit message as well, pile 2. All right, spirit team of pile 2, what do you need pile 2 to know? A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or has passed, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. So somebody's father's coming through. Whether he is here or has passed, he wants you to know that he loves you dearly, okay? And he is here to help. Maybe that's who you need to reach out to ask for help. And those of you who have a father who has passed, on the other side, he's there guiding you as well. I'm looking over here at the wisdom card also, with a father's love. I think he's communicating with you through your thoughts. Some information that's maybe coming in. This communication is key. Maybe you've been talking to him. He can hear you. And oh, okay, was it this pile or pile 1 that I said maybe you're arguing with your ego? Or you felt like you were speaking with your ego? I think that was pile 1, but if you feel like you're having conversations with yourself, well, just know it's your passed on loved one, okay? They're communicating with you through your own thoughts. All right, well, water sign, pile number 2, that is all I have for you. If it resonated, please hit the like button. If you haven't already, you should totally subscribe to the channel. I'm on TikTok as well as Spara Spears, S-P-A-R-A-S-P-E-A-R-S. I think it's linked below also. But until next time, love and light. Hello, water sign that picked pile 3. For those of you who picked the rose quartz, let me see, number 48 here. I forgot to get this open and get it ready. Oops. Pile 3, pile 3, pile 3. Self-love, self-worth, being enough, and worthiness. You are called to pay attention to one of the most wonderful creations the conscious universe has ever brought into being. You. Have you forgotten how beautiful you are? You have so many strengths and a unique set of qualities that will be like magical superpowers as you walk the healing path. Rose Quartz Spirit has come to remind you of your soul's worth. Many, many people will benefit simply from knowing you and being in your presence, drinking in the love that radiates from your heart. Trust that the conscious universe is always there to fill you up with the power of love whenever you need it, and remind you that you are worthy of all that you seek. For you are an exquisite expression of divinity. What a powerful and one-of-a-kind source of healing love you are. And that is the Rose Quartz. Maybe something you were seeing a lot or hearing a lot about. This is your affirmation or confirmation to go purchase one, okay? You can purchase those. I'm leery about ordering online, but that's just me. If you already know a source, online source, that's good. Some other tarot readers have online sources that they use that they'll link in the descriptions below. But researching your a metaphysical store near you, or even crystals near you. All right, pile 3, let's see what we got for you. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. These cards so far, they're both at night. I'm noticing that. Let's see if I can fix the... And blessings, they're showering your life. Rainbow blessings. Nice. Crossing bridges. Bridging a gap also is what I'm feeling here. Opening yourself and enjoying life a little more. Maybe you're going camping. Pile 3, I feel like you're in this awareness of gratitude, in this attitude of gratitude. And for that, blessings are showering your life. You're thinking positively. Emotional energy. Emotions are messengers to be met with appropriate attention, action, and gratitude. I just mentioned gratitude, right? It's a beautiful card. Number 7. Radical self-acceptance. You are perceived the way you perceive yourself. Exactly. This I know to be true. Okay? We've got number 7 and number 11 here. Healing, connecting, mending, and releasing certain emotions. You're starting to have this self-acceptance of yourself and realizing that life is to be full of passion and pleasure. And when you experience an emotion, you're going to learn to be like, oh, okay, well, that made me feel that type of way. And you're not going to harbor it. You're not going to hold on to it. Negative emotions, I should say. Celebration, let go and have fun. See this card and this card? I feel like that's what you're doing already. Pile number 3, you were letting go. Letting your freak flag fly came to mind. Letting go and having fun. So I'm going to show you this card here again. Just dancing around the fire. Some gypsy soul going on there. Radical self-acceptance. You're giving no fucks, finally. And it is a freeing feeling. For some, you're still in the process. For some of you who are having a hard time with your emotions and having a lot of emotional energy around you, it's just acknowledging that and then releasing it and not holding on to it for so long, okay? You're going to get there, though, pile 3, for those of you who are struggling a little bit right now. You have the rainbow coming in. And this is pretty rainbow right here, too, don't you think? Excuse me. All right. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So if you're being very indecisive about things, you need to listen to that inner knowing. Okay, that inner compass that guides you. If you learn to go with the flow and to just let go, you'll hear your intuition easier also. Inner power. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Which in your case, it could be having this radical self-acceptance. Perceiving yourself in a different light. Loving yourself. Loving life and loving yourself again. Grounded. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. Being grateful for what's in your life right now and how far you've come. I'm just looking over the cards. I'm still here, so give me just a moment. She has a tambourine here, so maybe music would be beneficial. Listening to music or picking up a musical instrument, even if it's a tambourine or just a bongo or something. Here, there's lots of butterflies. This is signifying transformation for me as well. Birds may be of significance to you. Birds may be messengers for you from your spirit team. Galactic beings or ancestors. Receiving flowers or sending flowers to somebody. Surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Be patient and trust the universal flow. All right, I'm going to pull some moon messages here. I see there's water behind them here, there's water here, and there's water under the bridge. Letting something go as water under the bridge. Okay. But the need to be near a body of water may be coming up. It could be very healing for you, especially in that sacral chakra. To get grounded, though, stepping into that inner power, having the radical self-acceptance to own your inner power as well. Nothing will come of this situation. So this is using your intuition. You already know that there may be a certain situation that's not for you. And your gut has already told you that. This is just spirit saying, you were right. It could be a relationship you're wanting to step out of. Or a potential start of a relationship, but something's just kind of like you got that, I got about, like, it's not a great feeling about this. It's a time for healing right now. Learning to love yourself again for some. Work through your fears. Let go and have fun. Let's see what the fairy message is. Fairy message for pile 3, please. Thank you. Abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. Releasing that lack consciously. There is enough for everybody here on the earth plane as well. I feel like there's another one here for you, so I'm going to continue shuffling. There's a couple. Finding balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. Take a power nap. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact, the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. Well, that would be freaking awesome, right? I do believe in fairies. I do. I do. Well, I do. Not so much as vampires and werewolves and Frankenstein, though. I do believe unicorns exist in another realm as well, and we do have alternate realities and the Mandela effect. Have you heard? Stand your ground. Standing your ground is an empowering, confidence-building action to take from time to time. Now is the moment when you need to stand your ground. You know you can do it. You know that by doing so, you will be the victor. And we have the card Get Grounded down here too, so definitely a sense of needing to get grounded. Pile 3. All right, well, I mean, the messages, excuse my yawn, are all in itself. Blessings are showering your life. You need to savor your life. Get grounded. Stand your ground. If you don't stand your ground, maybe nothing will come of the situation if you don't finally stand up for yourself, okay? So just keep that in mind, you know. Set an intention before you go into the situation that you're having to deal with. Surrender to divine timing. You be gentle with yourself. Be patient if you're having a lot of emotional energy going through. Have that radical self-acceptance for you, pile 3. As usual, if it resonated at all, I would love for you to hit the like button. Until next time, love and light.